Hey guys, what's up? I thought maybe I'd make another little video. I guess mostly because three or four people allegedly liked the video I posted on Facebook with me playing half a chorus for a song I'm working on. So I thought maybe if I did something slightly more interesting, I could get like five or six people to like it or claim they like it, and then who knows from there. It might be eight or nine the next time, and then the whole thing goes viral. So, I mean, it could be fucking ridiculous. So, today I thought I would show you guys my vinyl record collection because I've been kind of thinking about, why it is I'm a nerd for vinyl and what that means, and, like kind of like the double rainbow, like what is the meaning of it all and why is it here? And it's like full on insane and it makes me want to cry. So, anyway, I guess I just thought I'd show you that and maybe, it'd be fun. So, anyway, here's, some of my records. And, sorry, I've been sicker than shit. I've been kind of thinking about it. It's like, CDs and stuff. I kind of hate CDs because, they're not really as portable as MP3s, but yet they're portable enough that they usually go in my car and then they get thrown on the floor and scratched up, or they get lost, so go to somebody's house or whatever. And so, digital like downloads and stuff, they're more portable, but it kind of takes the fun out of it because it's not really like a collection. I mean, anymore you just want something and you either go on iTunes or, the Pirate Bay. I mean, I don't know. Nobody does that because that's totally illegal, but, if you were one of those miscreants, maybe that's what you would do, but no one I know is like that. But anyway, you just type in what you want and you get it instantly, so everybody has whatever they want, and it's not really a collection. It kind of takes some of the fun out of it. I remember having like a 28.8 dial-up modem, and like before the old school Napster even existed, and you had to go into like a chat room and find someone to send it to you. And so it took you an hour just to download the song if you could find someone who had it. So that was like hardcore fucking, like you had 60 MP3s, that was a huge collection. So, but now it's like, I don't know, it's not even fun. So vinyl is kind of fun because it kind of goes back to like you have to collect something, and people come over to your house and see like, oh man, you got a stack of records, that's cool, I want to see what you got, and people trade them and stuff like that. I don't know, it's something that I think is kind of missing today. So here's a couple records that I think are pretty cool. Rancid is like the badass band, like the 90s punk band. If you had to pick one, it'd have to be Rancid, I mean. So and this one's pretty cool. It's on red vinyl. I don't know, it just kind of makes it a little cooler, but this is Out Comes the Wolves this is also like the Rancid album. If you had to have one Rancid album, this would be the one to buy. But this is another cool one, Let the Dominoes Fall. It's a double LP set. And I just really like this band because besides the fact that, it's like you have to like Rancid, but I just like the way they write. They have a streetwise song material, and it's also really cool that it's like local to them. Like they write about their hometowns and stuff, and it's something I try to kind of incorporate into some of my songs. NoFX is another one of those bands like Rancid. They're, I guess you'd say, quote, a seminal band. I don't even know what the hell that word means. I just hear people say it. And, so they're actually the first band that got me into punk. I bought their first live album. And this one is actually not a live album. This is their newest studio album. But this is their live album that they just came out with. And it's kind of like a sequel. And it's pretty interesting. It has a lot of interesting stuff in there. Yeah, and then there's Frampton Comes Alive. I don't really know why I have this. I think my wife bought it at a garage sale. But it's like that Wayne's World movie where they're talking about it. Like, it comes with the Sears catalog. I think fucking like everybody in the world has this album. Anyway, here's another band that I really like. No Use for a Name. I think, if you follow me at all on Twitter, you probably understand that I'm a little bit obsessed. They're really like the second punk band I got into, and the one thing I really like about them is I think Tony Sly was an awesome songwriter. He really taught me that, you know, like punks can write lyrics that are meaningful and aren't just like, you know, stupid stuff about having sex with dolphins or, you know, like fuck the government or, you know, all that bullshit. So not that I'm against all that bullshit either, but, you know, it's good to have something more thoughtful. So this album, actually, when I saw them a few years back, this is the album they were touring on, and I didn't buy it at the show, but I ordered it shortly after, and this is just another good record. But anyway, I bought this one more recently, even though it's older, but like I say, I really look at Tony Sly, and I was really bummed out when he passed a few years back, but this is actually the tribute album that they put out of his, and it's just kind of cool. It's a big compilation. It has all these other bands doing cover songs of his. It's pretty awesome, and kind of makes me sad to listen to it sometimes, because it's almost like some of these songs, they take on a different meaning that, you know, of course, you know, he couldn't have known when he wrote them, but now that he's gone, it's like, I don't know, it just means something different. It's hard to explain, but as you can see, it's on clear vinyl, which is something I actually didn't even know they could do that until I bought this album. Gaslight Anthem, it's just another really great rock and roll band, really Jersey core. You know, I don't know, I just like them. Speaking of Jersey core, then there's good old Bouncing Souls. This is a pretty good album. Actually, I didn't like it that much when I first bought it, but it's kind of really grown on me. Of course, Bad Religion. If you don't like Bad Religion, then, you know, like, go fuck yourself pretty much. But, you know, that's one of their newer albums that I thought was really good. And here's, I don't want to say it's one of the older ones, but, you know, it's, I guess, relatively old. Anyway, my kids are in the bathtub, and they're probably, like, drowning each other and screaming. You can hear. Now we got some of this weird shit. My friend Jay in Montana, I went over to his house one time, and I looked through his records, and he said that his dad gave these all to him, and that I could have them all if I wanted, so I took them home. And so, yeah, Kiss without the makeup. That's an interesting one. This one's good old Grand Funk Railroad, and you gotta love the cover art on the inside with all these 70s dudes bare-ass naked in a bunch of hay. And then, you know, what record collection would be complete without the Nuge, who is kind of terrible at being a human being and, like, thinking with a brain, but as far as playing guitar, he used to be pretty good, so I'll give him that, you know. And then Bon Jovi, and this was their debut album, and I really fucking hate Bon Jovi because they were kind of like the boy band of the 80s, like totally just like cut out a whole cloth. I'll tell you, the one 80s hair metal band I do really have respect for is Motley Crue, and this was their first album, and I love it. And I think they were like the only one that was actually legit, like living the life, you know, like rock and roll for real, and not just some like mass production pop star bullshit. So, but anyway, Eddie Money, I got this for my wife because she used to have a crush on Eddie Money. And then the Footloose soundtrack, yeah, we'll just move right along. Well, we got Scorpions. Yeah, Uncle Dan. He got drunk one time and told us a story about how he climbed to the top of a mountain and he saw God at the top of the mountain, and God told him the scorpions rule. So, anyway, if you don't like scorpions, you must not like God, which I'm an atheist, so that's fine, but, you know, I still like scorpions. And, yeah, Judas Priest, I mean, actually, I've never even played this record. I don't think I know any of these songs on here. The kids screaming in the background. They haven't drowned yet, apparently, but I better go, like, be a parent and check on them and make sure they're not, I don't know, like, crapping all over the walls or something. So, anyway, that's most of my records. I hope you enjoy, and let me know if you got some cool records or something. And I don't know, I'll maybe post another video. So 5 or 6 people like this, and I'll post another video of something even cooler next time. All right, later.